This is the second of two brake pedal pads for a Mustang that sold, and they both went for $25. I pulled this pair of Nippon capacitors off of a Marantz Marantz receiver amplifier that I parted out. And although I've had these for a long time, probably because I'm selling them as is, I did do a ohms check on them, and they do take a charge, but not sure of their functionality completely. So I was only charging $30 for them, but after a couple of years I took a $22 offer for them. Well, this was a pleasant sale. I didn't expect this to sell till maybe this winter time when games are popular. I just picked it up earlier this week for 25 cents. It's a rummy game using these tiles. More popular version of this is Rummy Cube. I was able to find an instruction PDF online and printed this instruction sheet off. But I don't know if you played this game, but it involves making rummy type combinations with these tiles. It's kind of fun. And it's got these nice wooden racks and a nice padded case, and this sold right away for $30. This is a die-cast model of a 1974 Ford Maverick. It's actually the year and model of a car my mother had while I was in high school. I drove it before I bought my own, and this little model sold for 20 bucks. These are some components from a Strombecker slot car racetrack, and I usually just raid those sets that I pick up. I picked up this for like $4 at a garage sale. The sets don't sell very quickly, and they're really bulky and hard to pack, so I usually just sell the car separately and any good components. I did something different with these. I actually took them apart and I cleaned the contact points on them and listed the plunger controllers as serviced. And then I always do a check with my multimeter, the output of these power packs. I actually take a picture of it hooked up to the multimeter so people know it's putting out the correct voltage. And these three items sold for $30. This is a set of 4 hairpin style table legs. I got these at a garage sale for just a couple of dollars because the tabletop was rotting and I knew the legs would be worth something, but still I let them sit all winter long and outside, and finally got around yesterday to taking the legs off, touched them up with a little satin spray paint, and put them up on eBay. And they've got they are the true hairpin style with the round bottoms. And I woke up this morning to find that they had sold overnight for $60, and the guy wrote me a note saying that he's seen these, everybody and their dog has them for sale, he says, but he went with mine because I seemed very honest in my description, which of course I always am, and he went ahead and bought them. 60 bucks. I think they're going to cost him about $25 to ship as well. This is a pair of Lacoste designer sunglasses. See a little alligator there. And I've had these up for sale for at least 2 years, maybe 3. I bought a cabinet at an auction, and inside the cabinet, in the drawers, were several pairs of designer sunglasses. I actually knew that by inspecting, even though the handles in the drawers were missing. I was able to jimmy them open, and I saw inside all these designer sunglasses, so I bid $20 for the cabinet. I've sold a number of these sunglasses, although these I thought would sell right away, but have taken 2 or 3 years now. And a gentleman from, actually I don't know if he's a gentleman or a lady, from Vietnam wrote me a couple of times about them, and in broken English I figured out he was asking if I would take an offer. So I sent him back an offer off the $60 I had them priced at. I sent him back a $45 offer, and he bought them right away. This is a set of 179 issues of Wooden Canoe. It's a complete set from the early days, back in 79, 80. All their iterations of styles, magazines to the modern color. And this I had priced at $200 because individually they sell, I don't know, $10 each at the most. But an entire collection, I thought maybe I could get somebody to spend that much. But it's been over a year now, and I took a best offer of $100. This is a portable 8-track AM/FM radio. I picked this up at a garage/estate sale. It's basically a garage sale. And he had all sorts of radios, record players, and tape players. And I was able to pick up, I believe I got 7 of them for $90, including this one. This is a Ross. It's meant to be portable like this. It attaches and then separates into 2 separate units, 2 separate speakers. And the 8-track player is in one, the radio in the other, but there's a cord that connects the two, so you can have a nice wide stereo separation. I took it apart, cleaned it all up, and made sure all the belt was tight, and lubed up some of the moving parts inside, cleaned the heads, and I think I priced it cheap. I priced it at $100. Made a video, and it still took a couple of weeks to sell, but I did get full price for it. This is another portable 8-track player. This one's a General Electric. It's the Loudmouth. It comes with a microphone and a little PA system, so you can kind of sing along with your tapes. And I picked this up. I was on my way back from an estate sale last Friday, and this little town in South Dakota was having their citywide garage sale, so I stopped in and wasn't finding much until I asked some lady at I saw some 8-track tapes, so I asked the lady if she had a player, and she dug this out of the garage and gave me one of those, give me an offer on it. Well, I offered her 10, and she said she'd take 15 for it. I didn't argue with her because in the rear compartment was the microphone, and oftentimes these are found without the microphone. They get lost. And, I took it apart and cleaned it up. It took me about a half hour of micro adjusting the head to get the crosstalk on channel 4 to stop. So it just played the one track without hearing one of the other tracks. But I finally got it just right. Put a new belt on it that I happen to still have in stock, some 8-track belts, and I put a new one of those on. Lubed up the capstan and cleaned it all up, and it works just like new now. And I priced it at $110, and took less than a week to sell. Well, my little gamble on 3 of these bread drawer liners paid off fairly quickly. Sold all 3 of them now. This is the last one. I got 3 of them for $7.50 at an auction, and they sold for $45 each. This is just one of those weird little items you find in an auction box lot. It's a thermometer, and this one is a Tagliabue. It's kind of weird. It does go up to 220 degrees, so I wonder if it's, well, it's made of wood, so it's not meant to be dipped in water. In any case, I had someone question me last night on it. They asked me to measure it from the bottom of the reservoir or bowl down there to the top of the glass rod. So I came right out and measured it at 7 inches, and he bought it immediately for $20. This is probably my least favorite color of phone. This is a beige or flesh tone phone. And I've had this probably for a couple of years. I just got it in an auction box lot. I didn't purposely buy it. But it's in such fantastic condition that I cleaned it up and I put it on display in my home. You know, just sort of a piece that sat on a telephone table. And a couple of weeks ago, I picked up another rotary phone, a green one, which more matches my interior color, nicer color all around. So I wired up this phone with a modular cable and plug on it, so it will work with the modern day system. And just dusted it off, put it up for $30, and I thought, well, I'll probably be sitting on this for quite a while and have to take a best offer at some point, but no, about a week, sold for $30.